Right, so let's log into our vSmart first and configure uh, vSmart. Right, so let's configure T. Then we need to go into the system configuration. We need to configure the system configuration first. The configuration that we need to do is we need to give the organization name, system IP, site ID, and clock time. And then finally, we need to tell the IP address of the vBond. Because vBond is going to be the first contact. vBond is the orchestrator who is actually authenticating all of these controllers and vEdges. So we need to tell where all the devices, the way the vBond lives, or the IP address of the vBond. So this CLI configuration we need to give this basic configuration we need to do on all of the devices from the console. Right. So let's do this. Let's change the host name and vSmart -1. Right. Then organization name. Organization I'm going to name it, I'm going to choose is my home lab, and then system IP. The system IP is just like a one IP that is uniquely identify this de device. It's kind of like if you have worked with the BGP, so we have router IDs or OSPF. So it's similarly that concept. The system ID is just like ID of this device. So system ID, we can choose any IP. Let's say I'm going to choose 10.1.1. This is my vSmart. So vSmart is .2 on this transport network. So I'm going to keep same 10.1.1.2 as, or 102. Let's 102 is my system IP. Then site ID is going to be, this is my site 1. So I need to mention the same ID where this device lives. Site ID is 1, and then clock and time zone I'm going to use, because this is in the UK, so I'm going to use UTC. And then finally I need to tell what is the vBond IP address. vBond is going to be, my vBond IP address is going to be the transport IP address where this device can contact this vBond. So that is going to be 199.1.1.3 on this .1 network. So 199.1.1.3 is going to be my vBond IP address. And that's it. System configuration is complete. We commit to save this configuration. And then now we need to do the configuration of our transport VPN configuration. So this was system configuration, and now we need to do the transport VPN configuration. That's going to be our VPN 0. VPN 0. There you can see the prompt is changed to the VPN 0. And the configuration that we need to do is because our 80 is going to be our transport VPN, so we need to mention 80 is our uh, going to be our transport VPN, and it's we need to specify this interface and 80 exactly as it is. It's 0, and this is case sensitive. It has to be exactly like uh, as it is. The ETH interface is ETH0, and then we need to do this no shutdown, and this is going to be our tunnel interface, and we need to assign allow this uh, the services that we need to allow on this going to be allow services SSHD, and the other service we need to allow is netconf. SSHD is the service that we're going to use to manage these devices through. So we need to enable this, and netconf is the protocol that is going to vManage is going to use to deploy all of these templates and the configuration and the policy on these all of these uh, SD-WAN fabric devices, vEdges, vSmart, all of these devices. All right, so these two services need to be enabled, and then we need to have our route, because if we look at here, all of these devices, for them the default route is going to be this headquarter router. So because all of this traffic uh, that is going to be to these edges is going to be routed by this headquarter router. So this is going to be my default gateway. So we need to mention the default gateway for this. So IP route, and then 0.0.0.0/0, and the IP address of my default gateway is going to be 1.1.114. So this is my default gateway, and now finally I need to still give the IP address. IP. Okay, so we need to go to the interface ETH0, and then IP address. I forgot to give the IP address. IP address is going to be this is vSmart, so it's going to be 199.1.1.2. 199.1.1.2/28, and I believe I have done already no shut. Just make sure we do this no shut again. And okay, so I just press the end, and because I did not commit these changes, he's asking that if I do not commit and exit, so it will discard all the changes. So I will say no. Oh, I made a mistake because I should have said yes. So in that case, I have to do all this configuration again. So I'm gonna stop this video and do this configuration once again and join you back onto the video. Right, so I have done the configuration, and let's do now the VPN configuration for the management. So far I have done the system configuration for vSmart and the transport VPN0 configuration for the ETH0. Now I'm going to configure the VPN 512, which is the default management VPN. So let's go to the system, config D, then system, then we just select VPN 512, and the interface that is in our VPN is for ETH1, ETH1, and then we need to do no shut IP address is going to be 199.1.1. Or not 199. This is the transport VPN transport network. The network is going to 10.10.100.0 dot, and this is 137.137 slash 24. And that's it. Okay, so some issue one, and then finally commit. So this is our vSmart. Now let's do our configuration of vBond. Similarly, we're going to configure the system. First of all, system configuration, then the VPN 0 transport VPN configuration, and then the management configuration. So admin, password is going to be admin. All right, so let's go to configuration. First, we need to go configuration for the system. Exactly the same way we have configured our vSmart. First of all, we need to configure the host name. If we need to change, let's change the host name to vBond -1, and then organization name. Name is going to my home lab, same name. Organization name has to be same for all of the these devices, for all the Edge controllers, vBond, vSmart, all of them. It has to match the organization name. Otherwise, if it doesn't match, then it won't join the fabric. And now system site ID. Site ID has to be as per the site. So this is in site 1, so it kind of is site ID 1, clock time, and time zone we need to select UTC, and then we need to tell the IP address of the vBond, because it's itself this is vBond, so still we have to mention this IP address, but we're going to use another keyword for this vBond. And what is the IP address of vBond? vBond is 199.1.1.3. So 199.1.1.3 is the vBond ID, and the local is the keyword that we're going to use for this, because to tell that this is your own IP address. And okay, so we have done host name, organization name, site ID. One thing is missing, which is the system ID. So system ID again, system IP. System IP is going to be our, if we remember, we gave the system IP to our vSmart. That was 10.1.102. So let's give our vBond 10.1.1.103. This is our system ID. All right, so system configuration is complete. So now commit. Now it's time to do the configuration for the transport VPN, which is VPN 0. VPN 0 is going to be our interface. All right, so over here we can see it's our interface is it's not ETH0, rather than it's GE 0/0. So we need to match exactly. GE 0/0 is going to be our interface, and I no shit. Then IP address is going to be our vBond IP address is 199.1.1.13. So 199. This is the transport VPN IP address of this .3/28. It's going to be our tunnel interface. Sorry, tunnel interface. And allowed services, again we need SSH, SSHD, and netconf for our vManage. Netconf is the protocol that vManage uses to deploy all these configuration template configuration that we create. We need to enable this. Okay, so this is all done, and exit, and now we need to give the default route. Again, default route is going to be the .14. So IP route 0.1, sorry, 0.0/0 is going to be 199.1.1.14. All right, commit. Because okay, now we're going to configure this interface for the management interface. This is going to be our VPN 512. VPN 512, and then this is going to be our interface. Again, this is our ETH0. ETH0 is our interface that we are using for management, and IP address is going to be 10.100.0.138/24. No shut, and that's it. Commit. Right, if we do show, check the system configuration that we have done. Let's check on the vSmart as well. Show run system. So we have here hostname vBond1. Our system IP is 10.1.103. Site ID is 1. This is the default config, and the organization name. This is important. And then the vBond IP address. This is for our vBond. Then we have our VPN 0. vBond VPN 0 configuration. I don't see VPN 0 configuration. Okay, so this is system configuration. So to check the VPN 0 configuration, we can see show run. Similarly here, vSmart, we have our organization name. system IP, site ID, and the organization name. These need to be matched. vBond IP address we have given, and yeah, that's it. Again, to check the configuration, complete configuration, we can do show run, so that we can check that our VPN 0 configuration 2. Let me make it bigger so that we can. So this is our VPN 0 configuration interface. Let's double check. Interface is E0. This is our vSmart. So these interfaces has to be really correct. Otherwise, we won't be able to configure them. We might have some connectivity issues. So ETH0 IP address is from the same subnet .2.2, right? Allowed. We have allowed these two services. The other, all of these are default allowed, and the IP route which is pointing to .14, and then we have this VPN management VPN configuration, which is over this network. vBond, right? This is our GE0 vBond. GE0 is transfer VPN. IP address is .191.1.3. Then IP route is correct. Yeah. Okay. Let's now do some ping test. If I do ping and try to ping our vBond, because vBond and vSmart the only that I have configured so far. 199.1.1.3. Okay, this is itself, and let's ping from vSmart ping 199.1.1.3. This is our vBond IP address. So this can ping vBond. It's responding. vBond can ping itself. Now let's ping from vBond to our vSmart. vSmart is .2, and yep, we can ping. Let's ping our default gateway. Default gateway is 1.4, so we have reachability to this. Yes, we can ping our default gateway. So I'm pinging from, this is vSmart, from here to here. Then I've tested from this vSmart to this using this transport VPN, which is our VPN 0. So now if I want to test the connectivity between these my management network, so for that I need to specify the VPN. You can see in the previous test I did not specify any VPN, but because by default the VPN it uses for ping is the VPN 0. But if we want to ping our management network, we need to specify our VPN. For that ping, let's ping our Eve. As I told you that this is the IP address for the Eve that I'm using to access the console for sorry, PNET LAB. PNET LAB I'm using. I'm not using Eve. Okay, this PNET LAB is quite good, much better than the Eve. You have all of those licensed version options available in Eve, which is absolutely free. You can use this PNET LAB rather using Eve, and it's absolutely brilliant. I really like this. You have all those features that Eve is giving you on a licensed version, absolutely free in PNET LAB. So I have this IP address 145 is my management IP address, and I'm going to ping this so that if you look at these both, all of these vSmarts, they all are on the same network. So if I ping this, ping 10.100.0.145, and I need to specify VPN, which is my VPN is 512, and I can ping this. I can ping, so my management network is configured as well. And let's check from our vBond if we can ping this, our management network. Ping 10.100.0.145, and if I don't specify VPN, it will not work. Right, so it says unreachable because we have not given. It's kind of like a similar concept of the VRF. If you have worked with the VRFs, so VPN, all in this SD-WAN, these VPNs, they act like as a VRF. VPN 5112, and it should work now. All right, let's see. Yep, it's working. Okay, so now we have the basic connectivity between our vBond, vSmart. They both can reach to our headquarter, and then for our management, we can reach to these vSmart via the management network. Now let's configure our vManage. So more or less same config on the vManage too. All right, so vManage is, I think it's still not ready. It's still booting. So our vManage is ready now. So let's log in. Well, to boot up and start and up and running once. We need to wait for this message because I tried before, so it was giving me this message that please wait because system was still initializing. So once it gives you this message system is ready, that means we are good to go. It's asking us to set up the password. So this is, I'm gonna keep the password same as admin. Now we are at the prompt now. Let's do the configuration. To speed up the configuration, I have set it up all this configuration in the text file. So it's exactly more or less same configuration. You can see we have the name vManage one, and the organization name is again my home lab. System IP, I have chosen to give it 101. Then site ID is 1, clock zone. Then the VPN IP address, VPN transport VPN is our again 80. IP address is going to be 191. If we just compare here, and then no shut, tunnel interface, SSHD, and netconf. I need to enable these services. Then finally the default route, and then our VPN configuration for the management VPN. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Let's first do the system configuration. I'm already in config, so I just need to copy this. Right, guys, so I have done the configuration for this vManage. So first we did the system configuration where we have given the organization name, system IP, site ID, time zone, and the vBond IP address. Then we configured Ethernet 0, which is the transport VPN, right, for the vManage, and then the management interface. So this is the CLI part is and now we need to access the vManage via its GUI. The, this is where the actual work and the fun part starts. So far we have done is just basic establish a basic connectivity between this overlay network with the controllers. The controllers now have VPN configured, which they can reach to out our default gateway, and the management is configured. Let's now access the vManage GUI via our management interface, which we have configured this IP address.